What's up, you guys? It's me, Loose Absol, and I'm back. And I know I take really long moments of being on pause, and then I come back, and then I leave, and then I come back. It's been quite the year last year, and I wanted to go ahead and come back and give you guys a little bit more content. Of course, I will be doing more things on Twitch. As you can see below, please follow. It's Loose Absol, where I focus more on gaming. But I thought it would be great to come back with something that I'm really excited about. It's Thursday for Traitors Season 4 premiere in the United States, and I wanted to do something kind of fun. Folks, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at looseapsel. And let's go ahead and begin. I created this little chart. The columns are losing or winning, and my predictions. My predictions are simply based off of my gut feeling.
That's my opinion!
And then the top row is faithful, the bottom row is traitors. And so I am going to go ahead and put them where my gut is telling me where they will land in the competition prior to the first 3 episodes dropping tonight. Please let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, have a different take. It's all good with me. Season 4 comes in, and to my knowledge, up to this point, there are no plot twists. I know that Traitors Canada or Traitors UK features a hidden traitor element. I don't know if that's going to be brought to season 4 here, but for all intent and purposes, we're going to go ahead and assume that it's running the same format that the last 3 seasons have. Let me go ahead and just say that this cast is a lot better, in my opinion, than the previous season, and maybe it's again my Bravo bias, BB, kicking in. So we have 23 contestants this season. I feel like it's a lot, so hopefully there's a lot of people that get banished on the first episode. I don't want to watch a competition show that drags. I want to watch competition shows about drags, but I don't want to watch one that drags. And so let's go ahead and begin. And if I don't know a lot about these people, or if my read is really bad, hey, call me out in the comments. That's what that is for. So we begin with Miss Candice Diller Bassett. She is from the Real Housewives of Potomac, and she is no longer on that show. She is greatly missed. She's also a musician on the side. If you don't know her song Drive Back, boy, you know you make me drive back, drive back. She's an exceptional musician. So more than anything, from what I know of her, she is really quick on delivering a read.
She's not a housewife, she's a house daughter. That's great. I'm happy for you.
And you're a house trollop. Be quiet.
She is very witty, and I couldn't think of a better person to put on this show than someone that is going to read the girls to filth. And when I say girls, by the way, I don't mean just women, I mean men and women. And so I'm really excited to watch her. I do think she would thrive as a traitor. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her, I think, in the traitor. Now, whether the chances of her as a traitor winning or losing, that's kind of like, that's already pretty tough. But I do know that Candice, in watching Potomac, has a lot of ability to hold on it to information and then later use it against a person, and that's what you want to see in a traitor. So we're going to go ahead and start with a big prediction that if the Traitors were to win and Candice was in the Traitors bunch, that she would win as a traitor. So Candice is just a little spitfire that no one anticipates. And I think one of the things that we learned in second season was that sometimes some of these housewives just get ruled for, oh, they're just on Bravo causing all this drama, but often what is ignored is that they're very highly intelligent, and the whole Bravo sphere involves a lot of politics behind just to secure a role each season. So even down to how close you sit in proximity to the host, Andy Cohen, determines if you're going to get a contract or not. I do think that Candice has it in her to be able to be a good trader, to be very smart, and be undetected, and which is what you want, and potentially win as a traitor. We'll go ahead and move on from Candace. Check out Dryback. Actually, check out her whole. Not check out her whole. Check out. Check out her music on iTunes and Spotify. Dryback, such a good song. Alrighty, next up we have another housewife, Caroline Stanbury. So Caroline Stanbury comes from the Real Housewives of Dubai, but fun fact, before she did that, she was on a show called Ladies of London many years ago, also on Bravo. And she is one of those that a lot of fans really like just because she's very quick witted and she's very intelligent. Unlike Candace, and I really like Caroline, I mean, I love me a housewife. I do think that Caroline Stanbury may not translate as well on this competition. I could very well see her as a faithful, but I could also see her as a losing faithful because maybe she's not just well received and like her comments could rub someone off the wrong way. I like her though, and I'm really excited to see her. I saw an interview where she talked about her resting bitch face, and it was just incredibly funny. And so I hope if they get rid of her, they get rid of her later down the line because she is someone that is great. Up next, and this is going to be a hard one for me because I don't know him so well. So next up, we have The Bachelorette and Bachelor Season 23, Colton Underwood. I don't know her very well. I want to root for her, but at the same time, much like, Jussie Smollett did on Special Forces, it might be a little tough to watch him on this show, knowing a little bit of his backstory. Um, I understand it's a different point in his life, but it wasn't a great scandal to continue giving him a platform. So I wish her the best. I don't think she'll be a traitor. I think that's too on the nose, maybe. So I'm gonna put her in lose. I'm sorry if anybody is a Colton Underwood fan. The preliminary interviews, I'm not getting a lot either, so I don't know. I don't know. What does everybody think? Do you guys think I'm being too harsh? If he's going to be in a role, I can't see him as a traitor though, but I can see him for sure as a faithful. So I put him in lose as traitor. I'm sorry, my bad. He should actually be lose as a faithful. I should make these images a little bit smaller just because there's going to be so many more losers. So sorry, Caroline and Colton. If there's one thing that I like is being proven wrong, and if I'm wrong, I am willing to say that. So again, this is all in good fun. And that's why I didn't want to go too deep into his scandal, but it is in the back of my mind. It's not like I can just erase it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next, which is Donna Kelsey, Travis Kelsey's mom. I hope that her identity is more than just Travis Kelsey's mom and she has a personality. I want to say in the few clips that I've seen of her, she seems to have a personality, so that's kind of cool. This isn't me doing lip service to the Swifties. I'm actually very mortified of them. I do think that it was very strategic of Peacock to include Donna Kelsey because that helps bring in the Swifties in. I hope that beyond her son, she has something to offer to the show. Again, it looks like she does from the interviews, and I hope I'm not wrong about her. I'm also not that excited about her, to be honest. I would say that I could very well see production making her a traitor, and because she is also someone that people are ruling out, I could see her win. So listen, just because I'm not that excited to see her on here yet, and like I said, I could very well be wrong about my read on her, I could see her win as a traitor. Where's Dorinda? That's a housewife quote for you guys. Anyway, the last time we saw Dorinda Medley was actually season 3 of Traitors, and she herself told you how she was doing, and it wasn't well, bitch.
I'll tell you how I'm doing. Not well, bitch.
No, but all things considering, you guys, she is a hothead. It's very hard for me as a Dorinda fan to imagine she's gonna do any better, but she claims she is. She is very competitive. I live for Dorinda, but I don't really see her winning neither as a faithful nor as a traitor. I think she's just very obvious person to want to go after. I don't think she has the skill, and forgive me, Dorinda, I'm a huge fan, but I just don't think she has it in her to be able to turn people's perceptions, and especially, listen, you already competed in the previous season. Why should we allow you to stay any longer? So she would be the first person that, no, that's a lie. There is another person that I would want to get out first before her, but she is definitely on like the first of the list. And if they make her a traitor, then that's very obvious, and that's not going to be good for her game. So I don't know. But you guys let me know what you think. Up next, we have Eric Nam. He was a contestant on Korea's Star Audition, Birth of a Great Star 2 in 2011. He has an album and a couple EP releases. His fandom is called Nam Nation. Can I get someone from the Nam Nation to report here, or to report to the front of the classroom and tell us more about him and why we think he's gonna do good? Because you know what it's giving? What it's giving to me is he's giving filler queen. I'm just gonna go ahead and, I'm sorry, Nom Nation, come for me if you want. Like, that's okay, right? Eric Nam is giving filler queen. Let me know if you think otherwise, but like, I think filler queen for sure. Yeah, I don't have a, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to him, but also I don't know him. I'd like to get to know him a little bit more before revisiting this. I just don't really see him doing much. And you know, like, do you guys remember we've had, like, I guess Sam Asghari, I was a fan of him like on the very last episode toward the end, but like he just went there to be very quiet and not give us content. And so there's 23 of them. Some of them are going to be putting us to sleep.
There was a seating issue, and I said,
okay, I know. The next one I'm super biased toward. Ian Terry is so cute in my opinion.
Daddy, chill.
And I don't care what anyone says. I like me a nerdy guy. He loves playing chess. Apparently he's really, really good at competitive chess. I think he's too nice for this game. I think he's smart and strategic. I could see him being potentially a win for the faithfuls. So he'll be the first faithful that I think has a chance at winning, and probably the first big brother. But again, biases are coming in because, you know, he's got to chill. He that pepper hair, And that's all I'm going to say on that for now, but, you know, I think he's a cutie. Moving forward is Johnny Weir. He's an Olympian pro ice skater, and I do know her a little bit. I do think she's going to come with the fashions. I don't know if she's going to be a traitor. I think she's going to be a faithful. I don't know if she's prepared. Like, she's prepared to take on the skating rink, but I don't know if she's prepared to take on traitors. Johnny Weir, I'm very sorry, sister, but I'm going to put you in the losing faithful bunch. Prove me wrong. I think you seem cool. I am excited to see the fashions. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next. Kristen Kish comes from Top Chef on Bravo, season 10, and she has gone on 36 Hours, Iron Chef, Quest for an Iron Legend, Restaurants of the End of the World, and various Top Chef spin-offs. So I have to say that of all the people that I saw in their first interviews, in the previews, hers really surprised me for good reasons. She talked about how in many ways she played as she kind of had the experience of this because she had to pretend she was straight for many years, and I just hope she did so while she had this haircut. She's so cool. She's such an awesome person. I don't know. I want to make her a traitor. and I want to make her a winner, but I think that's just me because I like her. And I really liked her intro. I think realistically, she's probably going to be a faithful, and she's going to be someone that I could see potentially winning, but as a faithful. I want to make her a traitor though, because again, I want to go for unexpected, and I feel like she would be unexpected. But, you know, I'm just not moving her to traitors because I don't know. I can't see her be picked as a traitor, but I could be wrong. Lisa Rinna. Ooh, okay. So she's credited as a housewife. She was a former housewife of Beverly Hills. You guys already know. No, you guys probably don't know. But my favorite Lisa Rinna is actually all the memes that she's constantly giving us. I'm looking forward to her fashion. You know, she's responsible for this meme.
This?
Couture.
Is it couture?
It's couture.
It doesn't look like couture.
It's couture, honey. Look at the tag. It's couture.
And I live for the meme. It's couture, honey. It's couture. Check out the tag. But she actually comes from Days of Our Lives. Like, she was like an actress, daytime soap opera actress. And she was also on that show, The Apprentice, which she's been on competition shows, is what I want to say. So it's not... Do not be fooled by Lisa Rinna. I think she's given a lot of like interviews where she tries to be this very nice person, but we've all seen you, girl, on Beverly Hills and the whole pause me, Andy, pause me. So I don't know. Her energy enough, and what I know of her, I don't think the average person that has never seen her will understand this. She's in Traitors, but you know what? I'm going to put her in Traitors Lose because I just see her being very loose-lipped. But I do look forward to potentially having memes with her. Next up, Mark Ballas of Dancing with the Stars. I've seen him so many times and I've heard him referenced. I always feel a little torn because I feel like I will creep through Traitors threads on Reddit and all of that, and people are always like saying like, oh, well, housewives don't have the qualifications to be able to take on this game, but people with Dancing with the Stars, is it strategic or is it just skill like dancing? So I don't know. I feel like this is going to be very new for him, so either he's going to be one of those people that is just freakishly really good at it, or he's just going to be really, really bad. I'm going to go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt and put him as a faithful and win because he doesn't give traitor vibes. Wait. If he doesn't give traitor vibes, I think he would be an interesting pick. Let's go ahead and put him in Traitors win. Yeah, I think I like that. Maura Higgins. Admittedly, I am not a Love Islander watcher. So someone's gonna have to like tell me. I'm excited to get to know her, but I don't know her from, and I will not know anyone from Love Island. I did really like Ekin Su, and I'm excited to get to know her. I feel like she's kind of very spunky in her interviews, and I appreciate that. Oh, I guess she participated in I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. She's giving me the right energy. I want her as a traitor, and I want her as win, and I will die on that hill. Okay? Next. All right. I have a message to anybody on this show.
Y'all better make sure that bitch do not win.
I don't care who has to do it. You will be a national hero for getting this has-been comedian, not funny. And you guys already know how my girl Kenya read him. So
you do know that you are on the show, like a villain, right? You know, you have to know this, correct? You've gotten better.
Well,
but you are a villain.
Michael, I don't need you to tell me what I am or am not.
On the show.
I appreciate you being a fan, though. Thank you for watching. Keep the cable on.
But
a new job would help with that.
Oh, Kenya, please, Kenya, you wish you were me, Kenya.
A middle-aged fat white guy.
you know, sis, you should have stayed in the shadows. I hope you get banished right away. maybe he'll make better TV than what he makes in comedy as a commentator on Housewives. Yeah, he sucks. Anyway, next up, Monet Exchange. Monet Exchange is so cool. For those that don't know, Monet Exchange is actually Bob the Drag Queen's sibling. No, not just drag queen sibling. They are actually siblings. And she's actually a winner also of a Drag Race All Star season. She's very witty, she's very funny, and much like Bob the Drag Queen, do not be fooled. They are game watchers, they love Survivor, and it's just going to be really incredible to watch Monet Exchange and see the difference in how she plays from her sibling, Bob the Drag Queen. Yeah, Monet, slay, slay, slay. I think it's too obvious to make her a traitor, especially based on Bob. But I'm gonna put her in faithful as win because if someone's gonna take down if someone's gonna slay down the house boots, it's gonna be Monet Exchange. Am I right? Please let me know in the comments if you think I'm right. Next up, we have Miss Natalie Anderson. I'm a little disappointed this year that we only got one Amazing Race person, and I feel like Amazing Race and Drag Race tend to be that in a lot of shows. So let me give you my specific example. When the Challenge USA aired, it seemed like there was a quota of Amazing Race people, and then like Drag Race is the same. They'll bring in like 5 housewives, and actually they're bringing 5 housewives this time, but they're bringing only one Drag Race contestant and one Amazing Race contestant. They'll bring in 3 survivors, 4 survivors, but they'll only bring one Amazing Race contestant and one Drag Race contestant. Like, we gotta change it up so that it's a little bit more equitable because actually whoever, also Eric Nam and all of those, it's just so much harder to go in without an alliance because you have to work twice as hard for those people that already come in insulated in the game. So Natalie Anderson, I do hope that your fellow gamers have your back. If not, latch on to Monet Exchange. I think you guys could slay together. But, you let me know what you think. I don't know. I hate disadvantages for certain people and others get advantages starting into the game. But I guess, that's kind of what you get yourself into when you sign up for it. But Natalie, I'm going to put you in the win. I don't know you well enough. I think you're a faithful, though, and I hope you prove me right. I hope you prove me right. Next up, we have this queen, and I mean that in every sense of the word, Yam Yam Arocho. So I actually saw bits and pieces. My partner's family loves Survivor, so I got to see bits and pieces of this Survivor season. I like her. I like her commentary so far going into the Traitors, her interviews, I mean. So I'm really excited to see what she has to offer. I know she's campaigning so hard to be a traitor, but I just can't see it. I just can't see it, but I can see her as a faithful winner. And so, to quote Miss Mother RuPaul, you're a winner, baby. So if the faithfuls will win, it's because Yam Yam helped lead to victory. Portia Williams is iconic to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she's also competed. I think she competed on that Apprentice season, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. She is also the person that believes that there are 265 days in a year.
Just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
So it might be a toss-up, but she is stunningly gorgeous, and she's really good at reading. Unlike Candace, though, I just don't see it in Portia's future to be a traitor. And I do think she has it in her to be influential because I got to see her on the apprentice. I think she could be in the faithful winners because sometimes, as wrong as she can be about things, including the days of the year, she has this likability factor that, you know, would help her influence. I do see her, if the faithfuls win, it's probably not through her own doing, but she is very charismatic. And part of this game is really also building that network of people that are going to trust you to believe that you're a faithful. So I do think she would be trustworthy and worthy of taking as a winner. She's also the last and fifth housewife that will be on this show. And so, yeah, let's see, Portia Williams, let's see what you have. Okay, I know this is a fan favorite. Rob Cesternino, he has a podcast. Rob has a podcast. And I know my brother-in-law is really excited to have him. I know a lot of Reddit fandom is ready to have him. I hope he performs as great as everyone is hyping him up to be. He seems to really know the game inside and out. I would hope he does his studying about these housewives who easily get ruled out as traitors, because again, you gotta be careful with the Rinnas and even like the Candace Diller Bassett. But I do think he will be potentially a traitor, and I'm gonna stick him in the winning side actually. Up to this point, I have no reason to believe that he's going to be bad at the game. He knows it a little bit more than other people going into it, and that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't have enough to really help support. I do know that there's already a lot of people that are saying that Rob has won the entire game. Listen, if he is as good as Sari, which I think I saw him in his interview credit her as one of his favorite players, then, you know, we're in for a treat. I don't mean to come off like I don't care about him. I just don't know him enough. I'm doing this as a tribute to like my brother-in-law and also a lot of people that are definitely saying he's going to probably be one of the better players on this show. So Rob, don't let us down. I think he'll do good. Next up, we have Rob Roush. I think he's from Love Island. Like I tell you guys, I don't know him enough. I don't know Love Island enough. I hope he's entertaining, but it's giving filler queen. It's giving filler queen. Maybe he'll be like the Dylan Efron or who was the other one? The plane pilot Pete guy, where they end up being really good, and then I'll, you know, swallow my words. But for now, filler queen. Sorry, Rob Roush. Next up, Rob Funches. I've actually seen this comedian before, not in person, but he seems kind of randomly chosen, but I'm also looking forward to see what kind of comedy he'll bring. You know, it's always nice to kind of see. He seems level-headed so far, but I could be very wrong. Anybody know Rob Funches enough to assess him better than I? And he's he's voiced Cooper in Animation Trolls, so it'll be exciting to see what he does, what that experience from Trolls brings onto Traitors. I don't know. For now, Rob Funches. You know what? Every season needs a Dolores where they just skate on to a win. So, Rob Funches, congratulations, man. You are the Dolores. My prediction. And if you end up being really good, I'm so sorry about that, but that's the feeling that I'm getting right now. Next up, and this is actually kind of comical, we have, oh my gosh, now I'm gonna seem like I'm reading all the girls here, but we have Stephen Coletti, who's credited as an actor. Now, mind you, I think he only did One Tree Hill. Not he only did, but like actor, he came from the show Laguna Beach. This is a good opportunity to go ahead and campaign. If we're going to start recruiting from Laguna Beach, can we get, what was Lauren Conrad's ex? Jason Waller. We need Jason Waller, or we need Heidi Montag, the icon husband, Spencer Pratt, on this show. Hell, put Heidi Montag on here. Maybe Steven's personality has thrived since I used to watch Laguna Beach. I don't know. I think he's one for the losing faithfuls. Not much to say there other than it's kind of random. Does anybody else feel it's random? I feel it's random. Alrighty, we're almost gonna wrap up because we have to edit and we have to make sure that I get this out there pretty soon. So we are down to Tara Lipinski. Tara Lipinski is a figure skater. That's right. She and Johnny Weir know each other and they think that nobody's gonna associate, but by virtue of their profession, wouldn't you make the connection of like, oh, don't you guys know each other? I think they said like they're even like really close friends, potentially like besties. I don't know if it's gonna work, but hey, if Johnny Weir's there, then Tara Lipinski, I'm putting you in the faithfuls. Oh, the faithfuls that lose. Because I just don't really see it as a really good cover-up. Alrighty, last but not least, we have our girl Tiffany Mitchell from Big Brother. And I've seen her also on The Challenge. She wasn't as good on The Challenge, but she also has a really good social game. I don't know, I feel I want to root for her, and I want to root for her as a faithful. Okay, let me just clarify. Just because they end up on the faithful winning doesn't mean that I'm rooting for them over those that are not. The only exception to the rule is Michael Rappaport, because I will root for everyone and their grandmothers before I root for Michael Rappaport. But I don't even need to read the girl because Kenya Moore already did it for us. Anyway, so these are my predictions. I have, of all the 23 persons, I have Lisa Rinna, Candace Diller Bassett, Donna Kelsey, Mark Ballas, Mara Higgins, and Rob Cesternino as traitors. The only traitor that I know, that traitors don't always make it to the end, but the only traitor that I see won't make it to the end is Lisa Rinna. But I don't know. So far, I'm cool with this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you excited to watch The Traitors Season 4? And do you like this cast better than you like Season 3's so far? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please join me on It's Loose Absol on Twitch. I will be twitching some video games pretty soon. Let me know if you want me to continue to do recaps of Traitors, and let me know if you want a recap, because also tonight will be the Valley Persian style, which is like the continuation of Shah's Sunset. Not a competition show, but I'm very happy to recap that as well, because over here, Loose loves some reality. All right, Loose out.